Good morning. Hi, I'm good.
Yes, yes. Your ponytail also looks very good. And with that, is there a
I look like a
flower?
little dog. I look like a
Oh,
little dog, don't I?
no, no.
I made a I'm getting tired of this silver, gray, whatever you want to call it. So I made an appointment Monday for Monday. I'm gonna get blonde. I liked being a blonde, but I don't want to do my whole head again. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna get some blonde highlights put in
Oh,
just this gray part,
uh-huh.
and then this side have her blend it, do mostly this side and blend it back. But
Okay.
I'm gonna leave this back here alone, I think, because it's still pretty dark.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway, so much for hair.
yeah, yeah. Great, great. I also
Yours
do.
is all done. Yours is done and looking nice.
Yes, yes. Today morning I finished it all. So I didn't
Okay,
keep it for say 24 hours like last time I did. And yes, the hair kind of had a texture very good. Like say it was not maroon, not dark, in between something, and I liked
good.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time doing stuff to our hair, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine has been uh mine has been my hair doesn't curl. It's always straight, so no matter how many uh curling irons or all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
it's always straight. And it's wavy now and then, but basically it doesn't hold a curl, so I just get what I get, which
Hmm.
is okay. You have to stop fighting it.
Yes, yes. Yes. So,
Yeah.
but if you do the way I do my hair, it's
Yeah.
like oily once in a week, then you shampoo it, then
Okay.
put a little conditioner after that, and then
Yeah.
it remains like almost straight, like as it is today, now, right now.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
remains so. And after 7 days, after a week, it will be start going drier, and I don't like that. So again, I have to oil my hair.
So you do that once a week.
Once a week, because that is
Wow.
an elaborate kind of thing. Uh,
Yeah.
yes, so I have to oil my hair, and every day I can't do because it feels like it is too hot out here. So you
Yeah,
cannot
sure.
do your hair, and it doesn't look also good. So
Yeah.
I do it weekly. Yes. Previously, I used to oil my hair every day, and
No, every day.
every
Oh,
day, and it looked very stupid on me, and I kept it. After some time, I stopped because no, my head feels very warm out here somehow.
yeah. Yeah.
And then if I apply a little bit of oil here, it feels cool, and
Mm-hmm.
then I sleep off also. I feel good. So it
Uh,
feels so cool. So
and what kind of oil? What kind of oil?
any
What's it made?
any oil will do. So
Oh,
but
anything. Oh,
anything will do, but I prefer oiling my hair with coconut oil,
yeah. Yeah.
and this also mustard oil
Yeah.
too also will do. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was traveling more, or when I travel, I carry a bottle uh, of coconut oil because I use it a tiny bit as a conditioner, and
Okay.
then the rest, for a body oil,
Okay.
because it's easier than carrying three bottles of stuff. One thing works for everything.
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then you can
Usually,
cook with it too.
yes. Yes. And my skin is also very dry. So
Yeah,
during all season, I have to apply some oil on my skin before taking
sure,
bath. So yeah.
sure. Um,
Mm.
we sound like Cleopatra, don't we? So for you, the straighter your hair, the better. You want it as straight as you can get it.
Yes. So in that way, it actually it is pretty thin, So
Oh,
if it
okay.
is just straight, then it looks better a bit.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
then it becomes manageable and it looks good. And
Yeah.
if it is a bit wavier or something, then it looks like unmanageable. And I cannot do a hairstyle also. So
Yeah.
I just gave 2 to 3 comb,
Mm-hmm.
for my hair, not more than that. So
Mm-hmm.
within that many, it should it should be proper. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I feel like a bit irritated during the
Yeah.
whole day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. You have to go through a lot more with your head than I do. Uh,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Mm,
Jeez. I've had, my hair's been a lot of different colors, not
mm,
crazy, just mild stuff. But I liked being a blonde. I'm not naturally blonde. My hair is naturally dark, brown, dark brown. But I enjoyed having blonde hair, and I had it for about 10 years and would highlight it as the gray came in. But
mm,
after 10 years, and it was long, it was about down to here. But
mm,
after 10 years of doing that, it was really dry and
mm,
and very damaged. So I
mm,
started over, and that's when I cut it off online. But I miss having long hair
mm,
because I used to wear clips and do a lot of stuff with it.
mm.
So, whatever. For so
But
much for our hair.
you can do the same thing that I do. You can oil your hair weekly once if you can,
Yeah,
and then shampoo it off, condition a bit, so that your hair remains proper the way you want,
yeah, yeah.
and then it will
Um,
be
I
okay.
I usually use if I do that in the past, I have used everything from eggs to mayonnaise to what else to pick. Sometimes just olive oil. That's too much. Olive oil is too greasy for my hair because
Mm,
my hair tends to be on the oilier side, but it's pretty balanced, now that I'm older. But
yeah.
yeah, I've tried a little
Mhm.
of everything through the years.
Yeah.
But so how was your business week?
Business, it is still I'm trying to find people who I find them everywhere. They are into, so women have a peculiar kind of habit in India. So if you ask them, are you stuck somewhere? Are you facing some problem? They don't know they are going through some problem. The
Uh,
society is like that. It is not very open to
yeah,
women's problems. So it is
yeah,
all over the globe, but it is much so in the sophisticated no class. The more richer a family is, the more the woman is expected to stay calm and to say that everything is okay, fine, everything. So it becomes very difficult for them to come out with their problem. They are stuck. You can see that, right?
yeah.
Uh, yeah, but they will not agree to that. So, so that then I have thought of something new for, since last 2 days.
Okay.
I have thought of asking them whether everything is fine with your life. If
Uh-huh.
they say yes, then I say, then you are stuck. You have to jump.
Ah,
You have to take a 10x jump because life doesn't want you to be, in the comfort zone. You should
okay.
take a deep look at your life and see whether you can grow more, because you have
Yeah,
grown to the size of whatever is there already.
yeah.
So find out, explore if you can grow even more and whatever
Good
goes.
for you. All right. You have a new approach.
Yes, yes.
That'll
So
do it. That'll do it.
yes.
I hope.
So
Yeah.
actually I have spoken to men, women both, but in between I
Yeah.
was speaking to only women. But now I find the same thing goes for men also. They also
Oh,
don't.
sure.
Even now I was chatting with a person and he says, I'm happy. I always tend to be happy. I always want to be happy. So, I told them there is no dream for you. So you should try to. group.
So
So
did he come up with one? Did he work with
no,
you?
no, he has been silent for the last 45 minutes.
Oh,
He's
okay.
exploring.
Okay.
Um,
Honestly, on Thursday and Friday, Thursday more than yesterday, there was some family stuff going on with the kids at school,
hmm,
and that brought all the um, it brought up all. Let me start again. I had to use
hmm,
every skill
hmm,
that almost every skill that I have learned to keep myself out of a really funky place.
hmm,
Um, and the thing that made the most sense, this thing that seemed to make the most sense, because I was going back to high school and all kinds of, all that conversation, the stuff in high school that was disempowering.
hmm,
I wasn't going back there for long, but I was going back there enough that I was, right on the edge.
hmm.
And what ended up making the biggest difference was remembering that what other people think of me is not my business.
Yeah.
That's the one, that got me through the last couple days the easiest.
Hmm,
And I recognize that that at the times that I have effectively been using all of the skills that I learned, life is good. But
yeah.
so kick it in gear, Sophie.
Uh,
And it worked out okay. Yesterday was easier than Thursday, and so I'm okay. But yeah, it was touch and go there for a couple hours. It was like, oh, this feels so familiar and I don't like it. So I had to practice. I had to practice this week more than I have had to for a while, because we don't normally have a lot of family
Hmm,
gatherings here that brings us together, because there's so few of us.
hmm,
But it involved, end of the year stuff going on with the kids at school,
hmm,
and I wanted to attend.
hmm,
Um, and so, I had to put myself in or I chose to put myself in the situation and be around
hmm.
everybody. And yeah, it was very uncomfortable for a while, but not for too long.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So the kids are my grandkids will be back today. They come over, they're here for 4 days, and they go back with their mom, and then they come back always on Saturdays. And
Okay.
so when they come back, they're only 15 minutes away with their mom, right?
Hmm.
But you would think they were going to another country, because they travel with not only their school book bags, but
Yeah.
Rebecca she travels with a pillowcase full of stuffed animals and clothes she thinks she might wear. And they have all of this at both houses, but they need this comfort stuff, right? And
Uh-huh.
so when they come in the door with their mom, there's this flurry and hubbub of stuff, because they come into the kitchen, and it gets dumped on the dining room table, and then their stuff gets dumped everywhere in the kitchen, and we're all walking all over it, and then the cats are getting crazy, and the dog is in the midst of it. And so it is like a movie. It's like a drama. It happens every Saturday. And what I have learned is I stay out of the way. I just go somewhere, or I make sure that I'm not in the midst of all of that. Um, and that's been working. That's what I have to remember. What you've been doing has been working, Sophie. And yeah, and so Austin shows up at the door to welcome them in and get them settled. And then the first thing they want is to rush up to his bedroom where the computer is. So I don't think they have a gaming computer at their mom and other grandparents. That's where they go when they're not here. So the first, they're probably arguing in the car on the way over about who's going to be first. Yeah. And I choose not to, I'm smart enough to know that I don't want to be in that, but I need to be smart enough to keep myself out of it when they get here. Honestly, that's exactly what happens every Saturday. And they're good kids. They're just, they're just 8 and 10. And that's what 8 and 10-year-olds are into these days. At least these two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a couple hours to figure out where I'm going when they get. And then I come back when they're settled and when I'm settled, and then we start, then we start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's what.
Each time they come in, they bring all those, and then when they go away, then they carry all that stuff again, bring back. Oh my God.
Yes, they do. They do. And here's this is just the way it's developed. Their elementary school is just 2 minutes from here. And so when they are here, Austin goes and picks them up. They don't take the bus because the bus is not a very friendly place these days. So Austin picks them up from school. And when Hannah comes to get them, or when she drops them off, like every day she, before they come over here, she picks them up. And instead of just like on Tuesday or Wednesday, when she picks them up, instead of just picking them up and going home to her mother's house, she has to come here and get all their stuff.
Oh, okay.
She has to come here and get all those bags and pillows, and oh my God. It's a routine. She lugs all this stuff in, and because they don't want to carry it, so she lugs it all in. It's like, I'm telling you, these kids have more stuff than they know what to do with. But they're pretty funny. They remind me all the time that I don't want to do that. And Rebecca is a wonderful student. She just got inducted into National Honor Society for elementary school, right? So she gets great grades. She's a good student. She's a good kid. And her room looks like a disaster. Her bedroom looks like a bomb has gone off on it most days. And she's good about following Austin's direction to clean it up, but it only lasts like a day and a half, and then it looks like it, because she's everywhere. She has a hard time holding still, and her bedroom looks like it. So yeah, so she's okay. It's pretty interesting. I just have to mind my own beeswax. That's the thing. If I just mind my own business, take care of me, let him take care of the kids, then I'm good.
Yeah. So you have breakfast with them on say on Sundays? They haven't come right today.
They come over today. They'll be over at about 1 o'clock, usually between 12 and 1 o'clock on Saturday. No, our lifestyle, if I end up having a sit down meal with them, it's because I've forced them to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've said to Austin, I want to make breakfast for you guys, or something like that, because it's something special. We all eat on the fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
even
together.
for a holiday, it's tricky to get everybody to sit down. It's just how life, has developed. We go out to dinner. Yeah, if we sit for dinner, it's because we've gone out and sit at a restaurant together. That's That's about the only way to get everybody at one table at one time.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very different, I think, than what you go through.
Yeah. So my eating time is very different than Manisha, my daughter.
Uh-huh.
She eats very late in the day. So
Okay.
during weekdays, I carry my tiffin to office because I don't like to have breakfast.
Uh-huh.
So I only have some cookies and the breakfast, if at all. Otherwise, no
Okay.
breakfast, straight
Yeah.
lunch. Lunch at
Yeah.
1 or 1:30. And then
Yeah.
when I come back home, as soon as I am home, I have my dinner. So that's it,
Okay.
done. So after this meeting, I'll have my dinner.
Okay.
That is the thing. But
Okay.
on weekends, we both together take something during
Oh, that's
time
nice.
or in dinner sometime.
Yeah.
So when we
Yeah.
have something which we like both, then it is usually both of us together having lunch and dinner. So yeah, I
Yeah.
like eggs. So if it is egg omelette or something of egg thing, then we both eat.
Hmm.
Otherwise, she has her lunch very late. I have a habit of having this lunch around 1:30. Other days,
Hmm.
so that time I eat normally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. So do you eat a lot of rice or no?
Yes, rice only. Rice is my favorite. So I eat rice, and during summer we can't have that bread kind of thing. So it is just not, you cannot just consume it. It is too hot out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So
When I lived in Indiana in the mid 70s for about 20 years,
mm,
one of my best friends was a woman, Lakshmi, from she was from Madras. No, her husband was from Madras, and she anyway, they were from India, and she was my kids' elementary preschool teacher. That's
okay.
how I met her, and we
Mm,
became good friends. And she uh, fed me a lot of Indian food, and she showed me, she talked to me about the what you ate, what you ate in the rainy season and what you ate in the other season, because like you said, it's so hot.
mm,
And she showed me how she made she put dollops of colored rice
mm,
a rice mixture on a sheet and dried them.
mm.
She would put them in oil and they would puff up. I forget what those are called,
Okay.
but
Dosa.
yes,
Mm.
yes. And then she she's the first person that introduced me to eating anything with camphor in it.
Camphor. Okay. So
Yeah,
it
she
was.
made dessert with a
Oh
cam.
yes,
She
yes,
made
yes.
dessert with camphor in it,
Yeah.
right? And and then she made pickles. One time she made pickles, what she called pickles, cut up mango,
Mm.
and she had the biggest bowl of cayenne pepper. It must have been 2 feet across. And she
Yes.
didn't even want to let me, yeah, she didn't even want to let me in the room with it. And after I tasted them, I understood why. I never tasted anything so hot. Just a teeny little bit.
Yes.
But those are some of the things I remember. She's now in Florida, but yeah, her husband is named Nagaraj, and people call her Lucky.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But yeah, I ate a lot of rice at her house.
she must be a South Indian, I think, because
Maybe, maybe.
South Indians eat lot of, like say it is very hot, whatever they eat. No, they put
Mm,
a lot of, make it spicy,
Yeah.
And but in west side of India, they even eat even hotter things, spicier than
Oop.
whatever the South Indians eat. I can eat South Indian food in South India, but I
Yeah.
cannot eat in west of India. So
Yeah.
there are places where if you taste a little, I couldn't eat for 2 days. It was
Wow.
so I'm scared of their food. I always ask.
I would,
It's like-
yeah, I understand. I
yeah.
understand that. Um, she, made her own ghee, and because of her, I always have ghee in the house now.
Yes, yes.
I don't make it myself, but I buy it at the Mediterranean store.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I love it. I love just plain ghee and rice. I eat a lot of rice too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sometimes I throw vegetables or beans or something else in it, but I eat a lot of rice. Yeah.
okay. Great, great. So
Yeah.
these days in summer, what we do, I'm from the eastern side of India. So what we
Okay.
do is it's a lot of humidity out there. Um,
Yeah.
so there is a chance of getting sunstroke, you will be moving and suddenly you
Uh-huh.
will have it and like that. So what we do is we soak the rice, overnight rice. No, it gets fermented the next day, a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of fermentation. And then we eat it along with the water, you know.
Oh,
So it has a different flavor and it protects you from that sunstroke or whatever.
really?
Yes, and it is very, very
Wow.
kind of has medicinal quality. If you eat that, you will remain healthy because of those fermentation. It will have a lot of healthy bacteria in it. It is just like
That's like,
yeah,
it's like a probiotic, huh?
yes, yes.
Wow.
So I have that habit of eating that particular rice, that kind of rice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that rice actually, if you ferment it, it has to be a special kind of a long variety of paddy. It has to be
Okay.
to have that particular flavor. Nowadays, nobody does that kind of paddy. So it is short variety of paddy with which you cannot get that flavor. So
Oh,
so it is always wiser to cook it fresh and then put some lemon into it or curd into it and eat with vegetables, whatever vegetable you have. Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
And your sound went down. Did you I'm trying to I can't hear you quite as well as I did a minute ago.
Okay. Okay.
See
Maybe,
if
yeah. Now is it okay?
no, it's still really low.
Okay.
And mine's on as high as I can get it. I think, unless I bump my phone. Let me see. I bumped my phone a minute. I tried to uh no, it's just not on mute.
No, I can
Okay.
hear you. I can hear you. You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're real soft.
Oh, what happened now?
I don't know. I didn't the only thing I did was drop my phone. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see. Starting again, maybe if you say something, I'll see if
Yeah.
I can.
Are you
Oh,
able to
now I
hear?
can. Yeah,
Okay.
now it's
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be in. So I was just thinking, I don't normally see Indian people wearing hats. You
Yeah.
guys don't normally wear a hat, but but what you eat is protecting you from sunstroke.
Yeah. So yes, I also normally don't wear anything, no headwear.
Yeah, right.
When I these days, but I walk to my office and from office to metro. I travel by
Okay.
metro. So I walk. I used to walk for 10 kilometers a day, but right now
Okay.
I'm pretty close to the metro station. So,
Hmm.
but I have to walk for one, ki- one and a half kilometers to office. So that
Okay.
time at around 10 is pretty hot. So what I do
Hmm.
is I cover my head because
Okay.
in the morning I don't eat. Uh,
Right.
yeah. So, but in the and during weekdays I don't eat that water dry. Only
Yeah.
on after coming home I can eat all that. And during weekends, yes.
Okay. So not during the week, but on the weekends you do that.
Yeah. During the
And
week, in the evening, I can eat. Yes.
what did you call it? The fermented rice?
It is called pokhal.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
mm.
And you sometimes put lemon, you said lemon juice, you squeeze lemon juice into it.
I was talking about the particular variety of rice which will give that flavor, that
Oh,
fermented flavor. So
okay.
nowadays, nobody cultivates that long variety of paddy.
Oh, oh,
So we have other rice varieties. So what we do is fresh rice, freshly cooked rice. Into that put some lemon and otherwise some curd. That's all.
some what? What's the last thing you
Curd,
said?
curd, curd.
Curd,
Yes,
but C-U-R-D,
yes,
C-U-R-D.
yes.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
uh,
I'll have to try some lemon. I almost always have lemons around, but I never thought to put that in my rice. I'll try it.
yes.
I just finished a bag of jasmine rice.
Hmm.
It doesn't take long to cook, and it's long grained, but
Basmati.
it gets mushy fast.
Basmati rice.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I
so
like
that is,
it, but it
uh,
cooks quick.
yes, yes. That is not good for this pokal kind of rice. So
Hmm.
you have to get a normal variety of rice.
Right, right.
But a basmati, you can try having curd put into it and then
Okay,
a little bit of water or buttermilk if you can put and
okay.
a little bit of salt and yes, and anything, any masala, na. So
Yeah, yeah.
those are there are special masales for these kind of rice. So if
Sure.
you can get, you can put that. Otherwise, this is also fine.
Yeah. Do you make your own buttermilk?
Yes, at home, what I do is I get this powdered milk,
Okay.
and then I make curd, and then I make it into buttermilk. Yes.
Ah,
Uh,
interesting.
and that ghee that you were talking, while
Yeah.
making, like say making ghee, also you have to put that what you say, this butter, no, that butter thing. What it is, I forgot. Mm, that thing you have to put in curd, a little bit of curd. And so
Mm-hmm.
when you are making ghee, you have to cook that, right? Out,
Right.
you get it out from that curd
Yeah.
and cook
Yeah.
it. Then it becomes ghee. So
Yeah.
uh,
You clarify it.
clarify. So the
Yeah.
remaining of curd actually goes into being buttermilk because you
Oh,
have to do a some process you have to do in which
yeah.
you have to take out the butter part of it, and then
Yeah,
yeah, so that process makes the buttermilk.
right.
So
It's
that
a
is,
long process, isn't it?
yes, yes, long process, but it also can be shortened. No, in villages, what you this used to be an elaborate process because
Yeah.
it requires some cold weather. So
Mm-hmm.
early morning, the ladies have to get up. The day they were making ghee, they have to get up really early so that it is
Mm-hmm.
still colder, and they have to make that entire process before sunrise.
Yeah.
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 So
Wow.
they would have a pot of buttermilk, a big pot
Mm-hmm.
of buttermilk. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember during my childhood, it was like, say, this big, people were
Yeah.
making, and
Yeah.
you have it for 3, 4 days.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oops, wait a minute. So they make it they make it in a big pot and then everybody shares it, right?
Yeah, so during those days there were big families,
Yeah.
so joint families. So it
Right.
will be consumed in one day itself. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Bomb product, the cover.
yeah, I can see, yeah, I can imagine them all making it together. When that reminds me, I mean, I know some about Indian culture where, families all live together.
Hmm.
Um and I don't know as much like you as how things have changed, but things have changed here too. But
Hmm.
the Alderzan, the elementary school here has an archery team, and they went to Louisville, Kentucky for a competition, right?
Hmm.
And the Rebecca's teacher was telling me about, she's a chaperone and involved with the team. So she said, we went to Louisville, and the hotel that we stayed at was owned by Indian people. And she said they didn't have enough room for us
Hmm.
because their family was all living there.
Okay, okay, okay.
So they had to find another place to stay. But
Oh.
she said, these are people that, she's someone who grew up on a farm here in Alderson, and I don't think she's been out of West Virginia much. I
Hmm.
mean, she's a nice person, but I don't think she's traveled the world, because
Hmm.
she said, they were all peeking at us through the curtains and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, of course they were, you know, just like you don't see Indian people every day. They don't see people from West Virginia every day,
Yes.
especially people that have accents like you do, because
Hmm.
people down here have a really heavy duty Southern accent,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you can tell when they're from here,
Hmm.
and you can tell that I didn't grow up here, right?
Hmm.
So I had to smile, because one of the little kids in Rebecca's class said, she said, oh, are you guys making fun of Indian people? And we said, no, not at all. What we're just saying is everybody was different from one another, and everybody was curious,
Hmm. Okay.
because they don't get to talk with one another very often. So uh, that just reminded me of what it must have been like. All these little kids, who never get out of who are only fifth grade, up to fifth grade, never get out of Alderson, or don't get out of Alderson very often, were probably they were probably following the lead of the teacher. They might have been okay with everything, but if they see the teachers starting to get worried about something, then it doesn't take long for fear to go through the whole group.
Yes.
It's like, oh, we have to move. You only have to move because there's no room, not because there's anything wrong. Just chill out.
Yes.
So anyway, so much for culture. um I talked to Ernest once this week,
Mm.
and the latest thing that I did was send our mayor the information. I sent him the website on the Sister City program for
Okay.
him to take a look at.
Okay.
And so, and I sent the information to Ernest also,
Yeah.
so he can take it to, he says he has a relationship with the city council, so at some point he's gonna do that, I guess. Or, you know, I'm gonna for sure ask him, okay, are you taking yours over there? But
Mhm.
we're exchanging some kind of, I'm making him a Villa Joy satellite also and sending him a certificate, so there's something on paper. But I also have to draft some kind of short partnership letter that just says we have a connection. Um, I'm gonna put something in it that indicates there's, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean a financial connection, just for clarity.
Hmm.
And then, you know, we'll see what happens. I need him to send me something like that, and I'll send him something. And then, because he was talking about putting me on their board, and I think he has to have something legitimate in writing before he could get approval from whoever to put me on some kind of board there for the vocational school.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we are with everything.
Oh, that's
I will,
great progress that is.
yeah,
So
we're,
once you are in their board, then you can actually take decisions for the organization how to move forward. So
yeah,
that will be a great thing. And yeah, so there every country has their own bylaws of
right,
in yes, inducting a board member. So
yeah,
he might have something, and it is a great news actually. Once you are a
good.
board member, you can take decisions which the other members might not be thinking of. So
Mm,
that
mm-hmm,
makes the board very divergent, and
yeah,
he might
yeah,
be thinking of also making the board global, and because that also is a status issue, a
sure.
status achievement, you can say,
Oh,
going
okay,
up. Yeah. So the more from more people there are in the board of diverse connections, the
yeah,
the better it is. So
right.
yeah, and
I,
he also talks of something wherein he was going to US for several reasons, no? So yes, so it should not be very difficult for him. Yeah.
yeah, he's been here. It sounds like he's got some good connections here. Um, I didn't realize that Uyo, or however you say his hometown, I didn't realize it was as large as it is. He says it's got over 1 million people. You know, Alderson has 1,200 people, so we're tiny compared to his place. But the surrounding areas are close by, and they don't have 1 million people. I don't know how far you'd have to go. Probably Charleston, West Virginia, like 3 hours away is the closest city that might have 1 million people. It might not even be that big. But anyway, yeah, I didn't realize it was a small, I thought it was a much smaller place, but he he was he's been, you may have seen his videos on the women with the fashion competition.
Yes.
Did you see any of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought those fabrics, just like the fabrics in India, they're beautiful, beautiful
Yes.
sari fabric and African fabric, and
Mm.
uh yeah, they were really pretty.
Yes. Yes.
But
So
he was pretty he was pretty stressed. By the time I talked to him, it was like 11 o'clock, I think, their time, and about 5 or 6 mine. But he had a aunt die, and he was in, and so he was responsible as the male member of the family to represent his father. He had to prepare a certain kind of food and bring a certain kind of drink and bring a piece of fabric, a garment to pat, it's tradition to bring this garment. So he had a lot going on, and he hadn't been home to see, just like you knew what to ask that person. I said, how long did you go home for Mother's Day and see your wife and kids? And he didn't. And then he was telling me, the expense of going. And I said, you know what? I hear you. And I know it's a lot of money. And my intuition says, first of all, you need to get home. You need to get home and be with your family. Because I said, what if you only had 2 more days to live? What would you do? And that sucked him right in. So he said I would be with my kids. And I said, well, then you need to go and be with your wife and family, because you don't know, you don't have 2 days left. So my intuition said to say to him, maybe somebody at this funeral, because it's going to be several days, maybe somebody at the funeral will be going in the direction of Karuna, where his family is in the north of Nigeria. And you can make some connections and get there, and maybe it won't cost you so much. So anyway, he said a little prayer over it, and that's kind of where we left it. But it's a good thing he's only 38. He's got a lot of energy left, because he sounded like he was exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his father passed away? That is what you're saying?
No, an aunt.
Okay. Okay.
And because it's through, he has to represent his father's side of the family.
Okay.
And go and bring all this stuff. He has to talk and do whatever their custom is, but it was unexpected, of course.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
She might have been around 50 or 60. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember asking him if he was close to this aunt, and he said he was closer to the uncle, I think. But I don't remember if I asked him how old she was. But anyway, he looked like he needed some downtime, and he certainly sounded like he needed to get back home and be with his family. Because I said, I remember using the Esther Hicks stuff. I said, are you in alignment? I could just look at him. He pointed out the zits on his head. And so that opened, I said, are you open to coaching? Because if you're not, I will just keep my mouth shut, right? Because you have to ask people if they're open to this kind of stuff. Anyway, that opened the floodgates for me to see that he was just really on the edge of wanting to stop some things, but using his faith and saying, but I can't stop because God wants me to do this and all that kind of stuff. And so we did not throw God out of the picture, but we said, he admitted that he really was pretty stressed. So he's got a lot going on, and I asked him, I asked him some pretty pointed questions, and because he's open to learning, he indicated that he was willing to take some coaching, and my coaching was, do what makes you happy right now, because you need a break. You needed some respite. Yeah.
Okay.
And I told him, I know this from experience. I'm not just making this up, because I've had a rough 2 days too, but I could tell his 2 days were probably rougher than mine. And so, he didn't need to listen to me complain. It was pretty obvious he was tired and needing to just talk a little bit.
Yeah. Mm.
So have you been in touch with Dr. Anita in the last
Mm.
week or
Actually,
so?
through my post, she also has not been around. I think
Oh,
I didn't actually take note because I have been busy with my work also. So I
yeah.
didn't notice whether she liked some of my posts. I remember she liked one post and then she didn't like. So today only I was thinking whether because I was posting in her group. There is a group
Mm-hmm.
and not everybody likes somebody posting something
Yeah.
else other than the theme. So
Right.
I didn't post anything outside the theme, but sometime it appears to be outside the theme, maybe. Uh, and she didn't say anything. So I was thinking why she is silent.
Yeah.
She always likes or she says something about whatever I post. So she
Right.
hasn't said something. Did I tell you that her daughter is with some health condition? So
No.
yeah. So that is why she is not here. Otherwise,
Oh,
she is not been very regular in this meeting because of that only. Because whatever time she gets, she is with her daughter because of that health condition. It is a serious kind of
okay.
condition. She is praying and she also prays for others. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Similar or worse kind of diseases to get better.
Yeah.
And see, every Monday at 10 India time, we pray. Uh, we kind of tell her what we did for the peace of this planet.
Okay.
So sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't remember.
Yeah.
Unless somebody reminds me, I cannot remember. So
Yeah.
whenever I see that thing is today, then that time only I pray uh,
Yeah.
that this is what I intend to do at
Yeah.
10. But sometimes I don't remember. Sometimes I
Sure.
remember. I
Yeah. You got a
pray
lot.
or
You have a lot going on, and sometimes,
yeah,
and the time zones make it even harder.
yeah. So at 10, we are from all over the planet. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
is there, and it's difficult for them also to catch up. For Anita, it is very early in the morning,
Yeah.
5 or 5:30 kind. And
Yeah.
so um, and other people also start joining in. She arranged one online kind of event in which
Mm-hmm.
each of us said something for 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
after that she has made it a prayer. So prayer is better than saying something, being together and
Yeah.
saying something. At your
Yeah.
place, with your own comfort, you can pray, and that is
Right.
easier. That has to be a habit, praying at 10 p.m. in
Yeah.
time on Monday.
Right.
So
Right.
mm, I did some time and I didn't do. So maybe that is what I have to inquire whether she is doing great or not. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know if Ayantu is still in Canada?
She hasn't responded. Maybe she is traveling back, or
Yeah.
she has been busy after coming back. Because today
Yeah.
she didn't respond to me posting out there, and she is not here. That means she is traveling or
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, like you, there's so many other things going on. It's hard to keep track of everything. And even sometimes, it's better to set your own intention and pray when you can, because sometimes you can't be there, or you don't feel like it, or something else is going on. The intention is always there. So intention is a big part of all of it.
Yeah. And nowadays, I feel like not speaking most of the time in the day.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in the morning also, I never felt like speaking to anybody till 8. in the morning. So
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
morning we have an elaborate yoga program. So in which
Mhm.
we practice some meditation kind of.
Okay.
So breath work also. So
Uh-huh.
till 8 you don't need to speak. So and after that also, then I get ready for office and all that. And then in the evening after 7:30, there are a lot of stuff going on, but I don't feel like attending all those because I don't
Sure.
want to listen to all those. So yes,
Yeah, I understand.
so that has been also. So there is lot more time for me to pray otherwise.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
entire time I can spend in praying. So it doesn't matter whether I pray for her cause or any other cause.
Sure.
It is
Sure.
just like that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a little altar or a special place that you meditate and do your praying, or do you just do it wherever you happen
where-
to be?
wherever I am, like say I am with you, and after
Yeah.
this I can look
Yeah.
at my laptop also and I can pray. It is
Yeah.
like that. Yes. So, but
That
I
sounds
have
great.
I have a place where I have put some pictures and some idols, some yes, I have kept something, and I
Yeah.
every morning I light a little. We call this diya. No, it is kind of candle. You light a
Mm-hmm.
candle kind of thing. We call it diya because we put oil into a small earthen bowl and
Mm-hmm.
put a thread, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, and then this uh, I just do that, and just for a minute I pray. Then
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I was meditating right before I called you because if I don't get it out of the, not get it out of the way, but if I don't do it first thing in the morning, then sometimes I allow myself to get busy. And I want to do it first thing. I don't do well doing it at night, like some people do it before bedtime.
Mm,
I need it in the morning. And
yes.
so I sit for at least 20 minutes and just be quiet. And sometimes I run energy up, you know, through my body, and then I think of people and daydream. But
Mm,
yeah, and sometimes I light incense and sometimes I don't. Just depends on what I'm feeling at the moment.
mm, mm. This
I signed,
candle
yeah,
thing, incense thing actually create an ambience, but
yes,
you don't need that. It's
right,
just a prop that for your mind or for your meditation,
yeah,
whatever you want. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm in the mood for elaborate stuff, and then sometimes not.
Mm,
Um, I have to do some kind of a ceremony for myself in Villa Joy yet. I it hasn't felt like the right time to do it, and I have to do it. I know that I want to do it before the grand opening on May 28th.
mm,
And yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I bought at an antique store in here, store here in town. I bought a Native American headdress with, I'm sure they're not eagle feathers.
mm,
They're probably turkey feathers, but I knew that I had to, do some praying over it because of who owned it. And I also bought a pair of chaps, which are like, they're coverings for your pants that cowboys wore, when they rode horses, but they're a child's pair. I bought those two things, and I know I put them in a bag outside, and I don't want to bring them in any place until I, do some work over them. I
mm,
don't I don't get a sense of anything bad with them or anything really bad, but I just know those are very personal items, and I'm not ready to bring those into Villa Joy yet. But sometime in the next couple days, I'll take the time and get those taken care of, say a couple prayers over them, and then I'll be able to bring them into the space. But I do have to do some kind of a little ritual that yeah, it's coming. It's not time yet. Yeah, it's coming though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ayantu has entered the room.
Yeah, I see that somebody was trying to reach us. Good.
Yeah, yeah. So she is joining from two places, two mobiles or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Ayantu, hi.
Hey, I slept and I just woke up. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. How are you, Sophi?
We are good. You are back in Ethiopia?
No, actually, the ticket was high right and I couldn't even afford to buy it. I'm waiting.
Oh,
It's too much, over 2,000, like almost 2,800, 2,600. So I'm just waiting until it goes down. Usually we pay like 1,500, 1,300.
okay.
Yeah. How's everything?
All good, all good. I'm trying to get over something. It has been a um, uh, very busy week for me, and
Oh,
also
okay.
a lot of things going on. We officially there are a lot of things that is going to happen in June, so that is why it has been a very busy week. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
have much
good.
time. Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
where do you stay in Canada? Like say you
Oh,
have.
I have a property in Canada, actually. I have a house.
Okay, okay,
Not really house, but a condo.
okay, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
So
you can come. Welcome.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. So what do you do when you are not there? What do you do with that condo?
I just like I have a girl who's staying in,
Okay.
and then I lock my room. So when I come back, I will be back in my room. So I'm okay.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
We can't see you, Ayantu. We can't see your face.
You
Or
miss
at
me, I
least,
can see, Sophie.
oh, there you are. Okay, there you go.
I just came out
That's
of the
better.
shower.
Oh, no wonder. All right.
Yeah.
okay. So what is the development into back home or here at Canada? Did you manage
Here in
to?
Canada, Sophie sent me money for the art stuff to buy. I went there yesterday. Actually, I didn't finish buying, but I got like, and I got the crayons and one of the paint, and then I'm gonna get more.
Okay.
It's not enough, like, but I was looking for the cheapest areas and I couldn't really find. In Dollarama, it's not good, they told me. So I just went to Walmart to purchase. Nobody knows where Walmart is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday I spent about 57 something. So hopefully my budget is like 100 and 150 for them. So including the papers and everything.
Oh, that's good. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. You should be able to get a lot with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking to spend that much, and yeah. So let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna send you after I finish everything.
And you're still gonna see about getting some help teaching the kids so you don't have to do it all yourself.
Of course, yes. So when I get there, for sure. So one day I will contact you, and then so we're gonna talk about it.
Sure, good, great.
Yeah. Those videos that you made, those were very good actually. Very good videos. So
Yeah.
Well, they were pretty rough, but they're okay to start. At when you get back to Ethiopia and you're ready, I can get somebody to film me and we can make nicer ones. But those
Okay.
are they're just rough, and I at least got to say that there's something there. But yeah, they were okay to
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'll do that for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Then it's time for we have been talking for 1 hour now, and to
I can see. All right. So yeah, keep in touch and I'll let you know if there is anything new
yes,
in between for sure. We all have our email, our address where to contact each other. So
yeah.
I will do that and be free to send me anything, to ask me a question and whatever.
yes, yes.
Okay.
All
I
right.
like the
I wish you
green.
a pleasant
I
week.
like
Huh?
green. I like the green headband, the beaded headband, and the necklace you were wearing. Those were really pretty on
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I will send it. I will send it to you from Ethiopia, not from here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a
All
good
right.
week, everybody, and a
You
fun
too. It's a
weekend.
long weekend
All right.
here, so
Bye.
enjoy.
Bye.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.